I want to bring in NBC Sam Brock, who is in New York City on the East River for us with some new information because the weather also affecting the Macy's fireworks show tonight. Sam, what can you tell our viewers?
Tom, the severe weather now is part of the storyline. Macy's only about 15 or 20 minutes ago announcing that the fireworks show will start at 9:02, which is 25 or so minutes earlier than it was expected. Over my shoulder, of course, is the Brooklyn Bridge. We're right on the East River here. You can probably hear all of the activity around me. You might even hear some fireworks as tests going off. There's a special pyrotechnic show that's going to be brand new just for this year as well. 20,000 different pyrotechnic effects, a laser show, and so many people out here right now, Tom, as the skies are darkening. Come with me for a second. We've had to use weights and sandbags to keep our equipment down because the wind has really picked up. Over this shoulder here, that's Pier 17 at South Street Seaport. We're going to zoom in for a second. You'll see thousands of people standing out there on the pier. They were part of a lottery of 100,000 people. Right now, I am hearing police officers, though, scream, "Guys, let's go." I don't know if that's indicative of the fact that they're planning to move the people that are actually out here to observe the show from the highway where we're standing. We're on the FDR right now. This is a roadway that lines the east side of New York City. Come with me for a second and check this out. You have thousands of people that they only brought up, the NYPD, about 30 minutes ago onto the highway. They're all standing here, and Tom, expecting to hear fireworks, but there are police officers marching up and down and giving what looks like instructions as we speak to some of the revelers. And I don't know if they're going to make them move to another location or how longer they can actually stay here. But the concern is there's a severe weather warning that is in effect until 11 o'clock tonight. And it could certainly be lightning. There's been fireworks with rain before. That's not unprecedented. But should there be lightning, that is a public safety risk. And everyone is going to have to go and shelter inside, much like what you're seeing in Washington, D.C. right now. So as I look around me, there are still thousands of people over here. We have the Pier 17 concert that NBC is actually broadcasting with all of these artists that are performing, Blake Shelton and Baby Rexha, Post Malone. Folks are ready to party while also trying to figure out what the latest situation is with the extreme weather, which very much could interrupt everything in a matter of moments.
We thank you for watching, and remember, stay updated on breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or watch live on our YouTube channel.